What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Took a little longer than I thought to do what I needed to do, but, we're here. We are here now at the conclusion of round one in the Wrestling Wars. So, again, all guys wrestling in this. The women have not started their portion of this event. Sarah should be making her debut. You guys see her in the chat. Should be making her debut in the next episode on Nitro. So, you got to see what she kind of looks like. It's coming along. Not quite done yet, so it'll be kind of depend on if I can get it done or not. But you guys can kind of see the way some of this stuff is lining up. We're going to see some different tag teams. We've seen some different people in the one-on-one matches. We're going to see some different people. So a couple of the people on the teams playing different roles. Now, when we look at what's going on, we have Team Sting leading at 19 points, DX at 14, the Four Horsemen at 16, the LWO at 16, the Syndicate at 15, Team Blaze at 11, the Hart Foundation at 12, the NWO at 10. So, I'm not saying all those teams are exactly safe because, again, you can score a lot of points, right? However, we do have Monsters of Clip at 7, Team Dragonuv at 6, Team Blaq at 8, Team Rhodes at 8, and in the bottom, these are the four teams right now. They've got to have a big night tonight to stay in it, but the New Blood, 2 points, the Bikers, 2 points, the Judgment Day, 1 point, and Team KVD, 1 point. So, like, if you've got the team name at the front of your name, and then you're threatened to be broke up. That's like whatever. Those are more of your spoiler teams. But very shocking, the New Blood, the Bikers, the Judgment Day, they're on the chopping block. Team KVD will get to play spoiler in that if things don't change. But they do have the chance here tonight to make those things change. So points got to get scored. Things got to get done. And so we will definitely see how that all plays out. Looking at the chat, what is going on, JP? First one in. Welcome to the stream. Sarah, what is going on, sister? Welcome to the stream. Blazed Radio doing the thing. Blaze even shared it out on Twitter. I saw that. Really appreciate that, brother. If you guys haven't checked out Blaze Radio, go check that out. Bama Boy, one of the Four Horsemen, welcome to the stream. And we got some new people in here. We're going to see this in a second. Sentinel, what is happening? Welcome to the stream, brother. Temple Plays. Hey, I downloaded Tammy, but I cannot find your character using the hashtag. So if you could upload your character one more time, just throw the totes in there on that. That would be amazing. That way I can find them. I can get you involved in this universe as well. Mr. Yeah, what is happening, brother? Welcome to the stream. Herbie, what is going on? Walter Johnson, haven't seen you in a second. What's been going on? Welcome to the stream. Derek Falowski, I like it. For sure. But yeah, go check out Blaze Radio. They do something very similar to what we do here, but different and very cool. Very neat storylines going on over there as well. We are going to jump into this. You guys know from the beginning of round one kind of how this works. So, points on the line. You get a score of 1 point for a pin, 2 points for a submission, 3 for the win. So, a lot of points really on the line here tonight, especially in these 8-man matches and these 8-way tag team matches. Lots of points to be scored there. So some of these, with them being different teams, you don't normally see, like Brooklyn Joker and SC Jumpman joined up. The reason we're calling it Team Blaze, you got the MAD, right? But you also have the Maniacs.
It's a fatal four-way tag team match. Introducing first, representing the Maniacs, from the fifth dimension, weighing in at 273 pounds, S.C. Jackman.
SC Jumpman not giving the announcer a lot of time to tell him who he is. Playing it a little slow on that. What is going on, Brooklyn? Welcome to the stream, brother. Volkowski. I like it. At least you're not going to get me bad, you know what I mean? That's the important thing, really, when you look at everything. At least it's going to be good, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Look at the state of this guy. Brand new member of the 8-man Tag Team Championship. You know, you look at Brooklyn Joker just like by himself walking down, you think it's one thing. Wait till he gets in the ring and stands next to somebody. Then it's completely a different thing.
And representing the Madness from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 285 pounds, one half of the WCW Extreme Tag Team Champions, Brooks Lane, the Punisher.
So Brooklyn Joker and Blaze McCoy coming off this past week, coming off that 8-man tag team title win. After those titles were vacated by the NWO, those two members moving back over to the WWE. And so then those belts really kind of had to have an emergency match to name the two titles. So you would think that you would go in with like that as your tag team, but you put Brooklyn in, there's a lot of points to be scored here. There's also a lot of points to be scored in the singles. So breaking them up, getting maybe the Maniacs back online with what they're doing. They've kind of had some missteps here, but getting them back in line with what's going on might be the answer and lead to more points.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 544 pounds, the Four Horsemen.
Rowdy, kind of the same thing. Eagle Star scoring some points in the tag team match. Rowdy's scoring points in the four-way match. So now kind of switching them up, moving Totes over. Just, it's one of those like little things, moving Bama into the four-way match. You know, you look at the four-way match, if you pinned everybody, just pinned them, there's a possible of 6 points in that match. If you made them all submit, however, there's a possibility of 9 points. Now, over here in this match, 10 points are going to be awarded. However, they are divvied up between the different wrestlers. So more points on the line over here, bringing Rowdy in. And Rowdy has the Rowdy recliner. So, again, you get somebody to tap out, you get some submissions, that's 2 points. Versus getting the 1 point for the pin. And whoever wins the match gets that 3 points. So, a lot of points on the line here tonight. The bottom 4 teams at the end of the night will be facing extinction. Extinction's the best way to put it. Those teams will be broken up. Not all 4 teams, only one of them. They'll have to fight. There'll be a tournament. Winner gets out of the tournament. Loser will face off at the end of round 5. When we name the winner, we will find out who the loser is.
337 pounds, Damian.
What is going on, Solo? Welcome to the stream. Just like we talked about with Blaze Radio, go over and check out Solo Seasons Universe as well. Again, same type of a deal, done completely different. So different, but very much alike. So go check that out. Go over to his channel. Make sure you subscribe. Get into the SSU. Temple plays another one. Go check out his channel. He also doing shows all the time with his E Federation. Go check that stuff out. A lot of E-Federation owners coming together right now, joining each other's channel. And I'm going to tell you, I learned a lot from every single one of them. So hopefully what that will do is deliver a better product, and we can all get better doing that. If you guys haven't put cinnamon in your coffee, go try it out. Don't put too much. You could ruin it for sure. Just a little bit of cinnamon. It's also supposed to have weight loss things. I mean, I've lost about 28 pounds. Not just doing that, but that just being one of the things. Yeah, I could see R2K and Totes hooking it up over in the SSU, getting some tag team gold.
And representing the team from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 250 pounds, Garrett!
Now, we're not going to be watching all the stuff. I'm just getting sidetracked with all the talking, but you're looking right now, this tag team, very interesting. You have the son of The Undertaker in Damian, and one of the sons of Sting now in WCW in Garrett Borden, making their way down to the ring. So you can kind of see Sting passing on that legacy. We will also see not just Sting tonight, but we're going to see another son of Sting. Typically, they would be the tag team, but kind of breaking it up a little bit. Again, all these teams using a different strategy, changing up their strategy as they move through, trying to advance into the second round. Yeah, next, I'm going to have to try it in my whiskey.
Alabama, weighing in at 237 pounds.
So Paden Hardy, also Paden seeing some success here as of late, trying to score some points for his team right now. But you can see, if we wait all night, you're going to see almost every single male wrestler we have in the universe here tonight. So waiting on every single entrance, we would be here for quite some time.
Representing the syndicate from the wasteland, weighing in at 273 pounds, Max Fenwick.
So yeah, if you guys don't know what we do here, I turn off the announcer, I do the announcing. We make the characters. Most of them are here in the chat, to be fair. Some of them will be joining a little bit later. But a lot of them in the chat, some of them made up. We make up all the storylines. We make up all the title belts, the arenas. We put them all together, and look, Mom, no hands. We let the computer do what they do. Solo calls it algorithmic wrestling. And we are very in tune with the sliders. The title belts do matter. The title belts help give your character a boost. So winning titles is a big deal. We do have a few of them, to be sure. But right now, Wrestle Wars, whoever goes on to win 5 rounds of Wrestle Wars, whoever is the team that wins it, will get shots at all the title belts. So a lot on the line, but to enter into Wrestling Wars, there is something else on the line. One team will be disbanded forever. So if the Horsemen were to lose, there would never be another 4 Horsemen in this universe, period. So there is a lot on the line. You take a risk by entering into Wrestle Wars. Now, there are teams, don't get me wrong, that are in here to be the spoilers, right? There are teams in here that aren't even factions that are looking maybe to spoil some stuff. But can you imagine one of the spoiler teams going on to win it? I mean, that could also promote them turning into their own faction, you know what I mean? So a lot of things to consider, a lot of strategy in the stuff. All done based on a point system. We will continue to talk about that point system so you understand what is going on throughout the night. But right now, Rowdy looking like he was about to get a pile driver over there on the end. Turns that around onto SC Jumpman. Eagle trying to get after Damian, not working out. Now Max Finnig and Damian getting after it. And look at that, Max Finnig just letting you know, hey, the Syndicate will always play it up to the crowd a little bit, basically putting half of Damian into the crowd and letting them get that sports entertainment experience. Paden Hardy and Garrett Borden over there getting it on. Now things going back and forth a lot, but I do find it interesting that Max Finnig, who is a member of the Syndicate, not wrestling on the side of the Syndicate right now, actually 6 members of the Syndicate. Jay Savage taking Max, loaning him out to another team. And you got to think about this. That is a brilliant managerial move. You've got 6 members. Only 5 can be involved. Only 4 are going to wrestle in each round. You deciding how to do that. But then you take your 6th member, loan him out to another team. Because what if that team wins? At least for the Syndicate, there would be one guy getting shots at all the titles. And it's almost like, okay, so that team, let's say they were in last place and they ended up breaking up. It doesn't even matter. He's on loan to a spoiler team. He's still in the Syndicate. So pretty brilliant move done by Jay Savage on that, really circumventing the rules to get around it. And look at this, the enforcer of the 4 Horsemen getting after former WCW World Champion. And that's another thing, when is Rowdy gonna start heading towards the World Champion? Right now, the World Television Champion. Brooklyn Joker says, like the Shania Twain song, that don't impress me much, and then takes Rowdy, picks him up, backbreaker. Rowdy no-sells that and turns it back around on him and picks up the big man. But look at this, Rowdy, one after the other, now going after SC Jumpman, rolls up the leg, 1, 2, and remember, who pins who matters. It is all points right now, so it's not like, oh, the only thing that matters is who wins. It also very much matters how you win. You could have a guy actually go pin 6 of the competitors, end up losing the match, and end up scoring more points than the person who won. It would be 6-4. You could find somebody to get somebody in like 2 or 3 submission holds, right? 3 submission holds, that's 6 points right there. Lose the match and still beat the guy who won as far as team points go. So individual points do matter, don't get me wrong, but the biggest thing is the team points. And we have seen in the last Wrestle War, when we were in this arena the very last time, we saw some very interesting strategic moves. And I wonder if we're going to see that tonight. We've seen a few where they steal the pin now in other matches. It didn't matter because it was who won. But now, again, it's not just who wins, but how you get to the end. I have a feeling right now we have seen some pinfalls and a few of them going certain ways. But, oh, Rowdy just getting put in the Scorpion death drop by Garrett. Rolls up the leg. 2. And Rowdy able to kick out. I thought Eagle would give him a hand, but I think he told Eagle, no, I got this. Keep doing what you're doing. And that is SC Jumpman's finisher. 1, 2, 3. And SC Jumpman. So far, their strategy paying off, but SC Jumpman pins Eagle. Oh, here we go. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Putting them in the Rowdy recliner, trying to get those 2 points. Max Finnick fighting through it. Somebody just got split open. I think it's Garrett Borden, but Paden now rolling up the leg. 1, 2. And almost a 3 count, but you saw what Paden did over there. Paden hits one, then hits Brooklyn to try to make sure that doesn't get jacked up. Then went after the pinfall. Paden really controlling that corner of the ring right now. Couldn't quite get the boot up to the face, but gets it. What is going on? Prime time. Welcome to the stream, brother. And Paden, I thought he just hit Damian with his finisher. I just barely caught it. Rowdy rolling up the leg of somebody. Max Phoenix, so Rowdy putting out Max. One, two, three, four, five, six. So yeah, 6 people still in. Look at Brooklyn Joker played it up to the crowd. That guy right there in the white t-shirt's like, get him, brother, get him. Oh, took his eye off the ball. Rowdy saying no, he wants Brooklyn. It looked like Brooklyn and Damian were trying to get after each other. And Garrett pinning SC Jumpman. And look at that. I would not have guessed that, but Paden Hardy pinning Damian. That's what I'm talking about, though. That's why you got to go through and play out these matches. And Brooklyn Joker pins Rowdy. Look how fast this is going. I can't even keep up. Garrett pins Paden Hardy. And now it is down to the Son of Singh and Brooklyn Joker, who is going to come away with the 3 points, really 4 to 5 points. You're going to get 3 for the win, 1 for the pin. But if they do tap them out, that'll be even more. And Brooklyn setting up for it. Is he going to be able to hit it? Gets him up. No laughing matter, and it does not look like Garrett Borden is laughing at all. 2, 3. And Brooklyn Joker comes away scoring a total three, 4, 5, 6 points for their team in that match alone. So the Horsemen end up scoring 1 point. Team Singh scores 2 points. Paden Hardy scoring 1 point for KVD. Now, I'm telling you, that's the team that, like, even if they got broke up, it doesn't matter. The tag team will stay the same. They just don't have a faction anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, while it is one thing, but scoring a point for them and now getting them up tied with the rest of the Bikers and the New Blood. So now all of them sitting at 2 points. Now this is going to be a big one right here. You've got a member of the New Blood in this match. Appreciate that, Prime Time. Really appreciate that. That's why we do it. That's funny. That is funny. Hey, we will catch you later, Sarah. Appreciate you stopping in.
Is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring, representing D-Generation X from Mount Olympus, weighing in at 302 pounds, the WCW Underground Internet Champion, 3 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 champion,
You know, you could look at a few things and figure out maybe which championship is hardest to win. Because when you look at the WCW Special Title Series, those belts right there are only fought for one way. And really, the Outlaw Championship, I believe, is got to be the toughest to win. There is so many rules against you, and it is completely random. When I just put it in, I put all the competitors in, the 8 competitors, it's going to be 8 every single time. But it's going to be 8 every single time. It is a random order. It is a gauntlet match. There can never be more than 4 wrestlers in the ring at a time, and there are 2 minutes between every... It is an absolutely brutal match. When you look at the blood that gets left on the arena, in the ring, on the floors, that's the match that it happens in. Absolutely brutal match. So the fact that Grunning ends up winning that title belt and then able to defend it even one time is on another level. So Grunning really kind of making a name for himself and gaining that momentum again to get into other titles. So if he could take that momentum, you know, maybe he ends up winning a hardcore title, or maybe the television championship, moves on to the U.S. title. Maybe he gets maybe he skips those and gets a shot at the U.S. title, because I'm just telling you, absolutely brutal title belt to win, and he has defended it one time already. So definitely a guy to keep an eye on. And then you got Bobby O right now. Bobby O winning his past couple matches as well.
The LWO from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 226 pounds, one half of the WCW World Tag Team Champions, Cecil Davis.
Thanks, Simple. Yeah, we got this arena very clean, I think, too. We have this arena. We also have a Monday night arena, and I think I uploaded the Monday Night Wars arena. I meant to upload this one. So we'll look into doing that as well. There's also going to be another arena that we're working on right now for the finale of this, but for sure. But so now we've got Grunning, absolute roll, absolute beast right now. Bobby O, ever since coming back from the Dragonuv School of Wrestling, been crushing it. Cecil Davis, the only wrestler in our entire universe to go into a match exactly like this and pin all 7 competitors. Nobody has ever done it before. And now he's done it. Now, add in Digital Dog.
The Bikers from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 382 pounds. The WCW Hardcore Champion, the Dog.
Now you add in Digital Dog, the current Hardcore Champion. We have 3 champions right now. Only 4 people have been named in this match. So we look at the main event and we look at this match. It was a toss-up exactly on who was going to go where. We still have the original WCW World Champion, Hollywood Hogan, who is going to be making his way down to the ring as well. Oh, I can't wait to watch that then. Oh, and here we go. Let's announce the King of the Ring, just coming off the King of the Ring win, which means he went through a tournament of every single wrestler and was the one that came out on top.
The Syndicate from Elysian Fields, weighing in at 252 pounds. The Ring of Men's All-Star Champion, Recto Dalton.
So, hey, what is going on, Tammy, sister? Welcome to the stream. So, this is one of those matches that, like, normally you can look at an 8-man match and be like, yeah, one of these two people probably is going to win it. Like, they've got to be the favorites in the match. This one, like, how do you call who's the favorite of anything?
And representing the new foundation from Smithfield, North Carolina, weighing in at 237 pounds, Bad Boy Aaron Lee.
So it's funny, when I randomly drew the numbers, randomly set up the whatever, you have your singles matches, and then I just went down the left side and the right side to set up the two 8-man matches, right? So you're not going to see, like, Aaron Lee and Totes got it on, right? You're not going to see Totes in this match. You're not going to see any of the people who wrestled against the singles because they're exactly split up perfectly right down the middle. So everything in every one of the matches I like to take credit for, like, oh yeah, we did the booking, we did all this great stuff, but rolls of the dice, that is who booked Wrestling Wars, and that's who will continue to book the Wrestling Wars. It will be absolutely random. The teams get to submit how they want to set their wrestlers up, I want this guy in the singles, I want this guy in the tags. That's what they get to do. After that, it is a roll of the dice who gets to wrestle against who.
And representing the NWO from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 335 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
You know, Eric Bischoff, our GM in WCW, kind of set up a thing and then kind of made a decree that nobody could go into the NWO unless they are one of the classic wrestlers, NWO, like the Giant, John Cena, Hulk Hogan. But you wonder, some of these guys getting to the end of that rope, and that's why the two versions of the NWO broke it down into one. Most of them left, some of them retired, some of them signed Legends deals. But you kind of wonder, how is it going to be? Like, how is it going to get set up overall? Are they going to pass the torch, or does WCW have a chance to absolutely put them out? The NWO right now, don't get me wrong, the NWO, what if they're one of the bottom four teams? They will have to fight for existence as well. And they are in the bottom 8 right now, so it is a possibility. Cody Rhodes, now we know he is heading to the WWE after this.
Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
So the entire team of Cody Rhodes, you look at Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Braun Breaker, all heading back to the WWE. Booker T signing a Legends deal, so he'll be able to wrestle both ways. Won't really be competing for matches, but does have a Legends deal in place, so he can get into the ring. But very interesting. These guys, it was important to them. They want to play the spoiler. And really, if you look at it, more than any other faction, these are the guys you want to hold down. But in trying to hold them down, and while they are in the bottom 8, they are at the top of the bottom 8, and Cody Rhodes is the reason for that. So, can Cody Rhodes score more points tonight? We're about to find out. 8-man singles elimination match underway. Remember, 1 point for a pin, 2 points for a submission, and 3 points to win the overall match. So a lot of points here on the line. You've got the possibility of 7 pins for 7 points and 3 points for the win. So typically, we don't see a lot of submissions going on. So typically, 10 points on the line here. But there's an additional 7 bonus points if you scored submissions. So right now, looking at the new blood in danger, the bikers in danger of having to fight for their right to have a faction. So really important for them to score some points in this. Try to move themselves out of the bottom 4. Try to get out of that and move on to round 2. Digital Dogs, though, right now, we just talked about Digital Dogs' newfound attitude, and you see it in full effect right here. Absolutely going up against a couple different legends, holding his own against not just Hulk Hogan, but against Cody Rhodes. And now Bobby O also in the mix. Grunning coming over to take on Hogan, and finally Bobby O getting the best of Digital, but Digital was over there controlling it for a hot minute. And now going after the King of the Ring like he doesn't care who is in front of him. He is going to go after anybody standing in front of him. Bobby O getting after Grunning. And again, all these guys, like, this is another one of those matches. Some of the hottest wrestlers right now, some of the biggest streaks in wrestling sitting in this ring right now. So this is definitely anybody's ball game. Yeah, that very interesting. Now, I mean, limited space, of course, but right now we do have some space. So definitely space available. 1, 2. And let me hats off to you for a second. Whoever created Tammy is the very first card that I have come across where I haven't done anything to. 3. So Cecil for the LWO, and this does not bode well for the New Blood, but Cecil pinning Aaron Lee. New Blood really on the verge of having to face elimination. And you think they got Goldberg as a consultant right now, but is that going to be enough? Right now, it is not paying off in round 1. Really needing to have some big matches here tonight, and the first one is not it. Now, really looking at the bikers more than anybody else in this match. Digital Dog needing to get some pins, needing to get some submissions, needing to put a win up on the board for the bikers, or the male version of the bikers could be facing extinction as well. Right now, Witcher breaking off, still leading the faction, but trying to create a women's side. And so right now, only a male side. So very interesting. That might end up being a thing. Cody Rhodes getting a 2 count on Bobby O. The King of the Ring getting after Digital. Digital didn't see it coming. And now Hogan running around with that stick. And there it is. Delta variant on Hulk Hogan. Recon rolls up the leg. 1. And only a 1 count. That should show you exactly how tough he is. Cody Rhodes putting the crossroads on Cecil, but not even a 1 count now, to be fair. Took probably 6.5 years for the referee to get in position. Digital Dogs taking a huge clothesline for Bobby O. Bobby O and Cecil Davis now teaming up against Cody Rhodes, and I think beyond anything else, they understand Cody Rhodes is the guy that needs to get out. But now, you look at Digital, you know that his faction is one of the factions in the bottom 4. It is very tempting to try to put him out now, but Digital going, oh, thought he had it. Cody Rhodes reversing back out of it, though. Hogan delivering a big boot to Bobby O. 1, 2, 3. And Hogan scoring a point for the NWO. And looking at it, that leaves Team Dragonuv a little bit vulnerable. Digital again passing out the big choke slam now on Recon Delta. 1, 2, 3. And Digital scoring some points against the Syndicate, so that is huge right there. Recon not having the night he was hoping for. And we are going to have to just kind of pause something real quick. Not the action, but my...
Here is your winner, Ruby Hooves. The following is a fatal four-way tag team match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 433 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, the LWO. And their opponents, first, at a combined weight of 441 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Syndicate! Representing the new foundation from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, weighing in at 185 pounds, Paden representing the New Foundation from Virginia, weighing in at 308 pounds, Sinister Trout.
Sorry about that, guys, but when Miss McGoats calls, you got to take the call. So, trying to keep it going here. One more guy to bring down to the ring, but can you believe Grunning pinning Cecil? That was huge. Grunning on an absolute roll right now. Absolute roll.
Weighing in at 266 pounds, Blaq.
And Grunning going on right there, scoring 5 points for his team. Hogan scoring a point for the NWO. Digital scoring a point for the Bikers. Cecil scoring 3 points. So, and that's what I mean. Like, Cecil ends up pinning Aaron Lee, ends up pinning Hogan, pins Cody. So he scores 3 points. So the winner of the match, but the LWO still walks away and has those 3 points. But here's another big match. You're looking at some former world champions in here as well. But this is where a lot of points are. This is why it makes a lot of sense to put some of your strongest wrestlers where the bigger points are. Again, everything is going to be a gamble, but being able to put those people in there and win these matches is going to be a big deal. So excited to see what happens with this match. You know, there's a joke in our family about the Last Supper. My wife just had one herself, so kind of interesting to see. But emotional, so it's very important. So I appreciate you guys understanding. But now back to Wrestle Wars. Some very big things. You're looking at Goldberg and Agent Destin really needing to have a big match right here. And that's not going to be easy. Look, we got the Syndicate in here. We got Goldberg, Sentinel, the LWO, Blackheart. Like, it's not going to be an easy task right now. But right now, we are really going to see, can the New Blood get out of the position they are in? And that position is in the bottom 4. Look at that move. Chris Ray coming back around, doing the roundhouse, sweep the leg, Danielson. Him and Andrew Dubs getting after it inside the ring. Dustin and the world champion, the former world champion, 2-time world champion of Blackheart, Goldberg, seeing the opportunity, goes for the pin. Sentinel now getting back to his feet and looking like he wants to get after the brand new light heavyweight champion. That light heavyweight champ not having it though. Now hits Agent Destin, and If you look at this, Zach Hamilton just recently in this past week beaten Agent Destin for the light heavyweight title. Now both of those guys kind of going after it. Zach Hamilton trying to control what is going on in the ring, fighting off Goldberg and Agent Destin. And then Goldberg, almost like he's got something against Blackheart, going after him. But a lot of back and forth. And remember, Kempty kind of not kind of been on a roll. He's been on a roll for a long, long time. Probably one of the most underrated wrestlers in our universe mode, if you can believe that. But he comes away with a lot of wins in a lot of big matches. Goldberg now taking Sentinel up top. Sentinel not having it, hitting the guy right on top of the old scunion. Now throwing him in, and Sentinel working on controlling the ring right now. Blackheart trying to take advantage and get some points. Rolls up the leg, one. And kicks out in one. Goldberg still taking a little breather there on the inside. Three-way match going on the outside. Sentinel wanting to get involved. Another big slam on to Blackheart. Now Zach rolling up the leg. I don't even know whose leg he's rolling up, but that is Kempty's finisher. Did he just put Goldberg out? 1, 2, and Goldberg able to kick out in 2. Agent Destin getting in the ring, realizing that, hey, Goldberg needing a little bit of help right here. And what is that? Agent Destin goes and just maybe lets Goldberg know, like, hey, here's a leg drop. Get your head out of the keister. Get your head out of your fourth point of contact. And get to work here, big man. And then jumps out, takes him, and maybe that is the wake-up call the big man needed. Because a huge slam right there grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Blackheart able to kick out of the jackhammer. Not many people can do that sitting on the outside of the ring, but able to kick out of the jackhammer right there. Andrew Dubs dealing out some punishment. And again, you look at Zach Hamilton and Agent Destin really wanting to get after one another. Chris Ray taking it up top and now grabs the leg, but the referee knocked the hell out. Look at the referee. Referee down on the ground. If anybody can count to 10, that the referee might get eliminated. Maybe you get 5 bonus points for eliminating the referee. Chris Ray absolutely controlling what is going on in the ring right now. Remember, Chris Ray, former light heavyweight champion. And if you didn't know why we are called the Bark Squad, you're about to hear it right now. Mama's home. Zach Hamilton now taking it up top. Goes for a finisher, but Blackheart getting out of the way. Tries to get that turnaround. Sentinel taking the quick breather on the ropes. But not a quick breather for long. Picks him up. Big slam. Thought he might have went for the pin. But instead goes after I don't know who, misses everybody. And there was about 5 wrestlers sitting around there to where he might have been able to get in on something, but ends up missing every last one of them. Chris now rolling up the leg. Goldberg getting out of the ring. Not the fight Goldberg wants to be in. Goldberg trying to get himself maybe into a better situation. Andrew Dubs. Andrew Dubs just eliminated Agent Destin. So that was hard to see, but Dubs putting the kibosh on Destin and the New Blood's plans. Now this falls down onto Goldberg. Goldberg's got to do something to start scoring some points. If he doesn't do it, the New Blood in kind of being, they've got the threat of extinction going on right now. Sentinel, too, trying to get in on some stuff. Kempty staying in on some things. Blackheart fighting through, but now Goldberg trying to get that thing turned back around. Picks him up, and this might be all over, but the crying for the former world champ. If Goldberg can get it in, that is the second time that has been put on him. But Sentinel there to break it up. Great move, because look, you can see Blackheart still down on the ground. Wouldn't have been able to get up at all. And Zach Hamilton now trying, oh, missed that one, but SpaghettiOs. That is the nail in the coffin and on the outside of the ring, but again, Dubs there to break it up, or that would have been it for him as well. And oops-a-daisy, Dubs hits him, but Blackheart moving out of the way, going back after Goldberg. And look at the move that Dubs just put on Goldberg. Is that going to be the move that finishes it? No, Goldberg getting out of the way. Dubs looking like he's setting up for something special. Goes out, hits him. Kempty now rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And that should have been a pin for Goldberg. Instead, Dubs turns around and Dubs gets the pin on Goldberg. Zach just pinned Sentinel. And that quick, 3 quick pins, and that is bringing the conclusion of this match to a quick. And look at that. Is he going to grab the leg? Grabs the leg of the current light heavyweight champion. And right now you look at all the heavyweight champions that were in the match. And now it comes down to the final 4 members of this match are all in the light heavyweight division. Is the sledgehammer going to be enough for Zach to put Chris out of this match? No, but you look at it is now the Syndicate versus the LWO. Both members of the LWO still in it, and both members of the LWO just put their finishing move on the Syndicate. Is the referee going to get this one in? And Kempty pins Zach Hamilton, and now it is just down to Andrew Dubs versus the LWO, which you kind of knew once that was going to happen that is how it was going to be. Kempty grabbing the sledgehammer. Chris hoping Andrew Dubs could get back to his feet. Kempty not allowing it to happen. Chris calling for it again, and I think Chris is going to give up and maybe just try to do it. Oh! Dubs with a quick reversal, but look at this. Chris right on top of it, and now back to double teaming Andrew Dubs. Andrew Dubs still, though, continuing to try to fight through it, but every time he gets it where it looks like he's going to have it turned around, it doesn't get turned around. 1, 2, 3, and the LWO will walk away with the win on this one. Kind of funny at the top of the match, you look at it and you got one of the guys and like, man, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. When Mrs. Totes calls, you will answer the phone. That is the rules. So here we go. We have seen already 2 of the 4 matches, but we're about to see the 3rd one right here in another 8-man tag match. My dogs are on another fucking level. Oh, sure answer. You're out. I don't think Mama wants to listen to Daddy. Just saying.
The following is a fatal four-way tag team match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 773 pounds, the Monster Eclipse.
So Monsters Eclipse making their way down to the ring. You're talking about the largest, by over 40 pounds, the largest tag team in WCW. Now, didn't experience a lot of success, even with their size, in the first round, but other people coming through for their faction. But you look at this, and I mean, that last performance put on by the LWO, and even the Syndicate, you know, the Syndicate ends up scoring 2 points in that match, but the LWO,
at a combined weight of 716 pounds, and Kevin Nash, the NWO.
so they end up scoring, and actually the Syndicate scores 3 points, and then you look at the LWO, and the LWO ends up scoring 6 points. So again, the rich getting richer, and the other guys staying kind of towards the bottom of the thing. And really, people are going to have to start stepping up in order for this to happen. And I think JP just brought it up. It's hard to say slump, though. Like one-on-one matches I get, but when you're talking about these 8-man matches, there's only one winner. And what's funny about Wrestling Wars can end some hot streaks. They can also start some other streaks. They can start some hot streaks, because you're talking about one person out of 7 people, or 2 people out of 7 or out of 8 people getting a shot at being called the winner of the match. Like, that's a tough one. One-on-one, you know, one person's going to win, one person's losing. So when you see a lot of these four-way matches,
at a combined weight of 501 pounds, Degeneration X.
you see a lot of these 4-way matches, 8-way matches, like that really hurts, because you are setting wrestlers up to lose and go on cold streaks. The majority of your roster. But that's what Wrestle Wars is about. That's why you see a lot of us, we got tag matches, we got the one-on-one matches. You don't see a lot of 4-way matches, because that's what it sets up. So those special series title belts set up a big losing streak. So there's a lot on the line when you go after those belts. It's not all just fun and games. It's not trying to get everybody into the match. That is what goes. Hey, McWayne, I didn't say anything. But welcome to the stream, brother. Make sure, too, you guys go check out McWayne's channel, doing phenomenal things over there. Phenomenal. So, that's another one. Degeneration X on an absolute roll right now. You look at a majority of what they are doing, and they are on a roll. This is going to be an interesting matchup. JP and Jake Plague, normally your tag team, but right now, JP in a different version.
448 pounds, the Judgment Day.
And kind of switching out him for Robbo. So something Raven did, so we'll see if that works. We'll see if this ends up paying off. Getting JP in matches that he typically is very good in, the multi-man matches. And now seeing if Robbo and Jake Play can kind of play off of each other and get things rolling. So the Judgment Day in a spot where they really got to look at winning this match. And there are 2 monstrous teams, Kevin Nash and the Giant, Wade War Walters and Brutus Walters, just monsters in this ring right now, but they have got to look past all of that and get things going. Right now, the big men laying waste to all the smaller guys. Finally, you look at the Giant and Wade starting to hook it up with themselves, but make no mistake about it, the Judgment Day really in some must-pin situations, you know. I'd say must-win, but they've got to score some points for sure. Even if they can't pull out the win or find a way to get the win, they have got to find the way to be the ones getting the pins right now and work their way out of this bottom four. So look at that, Kevin Nash introducing the chair. You know, he's like, hey, you guys look like maybe you've been wrestling too hard. Maybe you need a seat. So here's a chair right upside the head. Robbo grabbing the leg. But you knew that wasn't going to be enough. And Jace really, typically Jace is dominating some of these matches. But right now, Jace getting tossed around the ring by some of the bigger men. JP understanding what kind of a role D-Generation X has been on. And trying to do that. Ed now starting to get things turned around, but look at this. Jake Plague really picking his spots right now, trying to get some of these points for the Judgment Day. Will he score one here? Only a 1 count. And look at Robbo taking on two just big guys on the outside of the ring. Was doing fairly well against Kevin Nash, but Brutus finally making his way, getting involved in the middle of whatever. Wade War Walters, so those guys kind of in close proximity of each other right now. Brutus taking Robbo up top. And what goes up has got to come down. So, you know, that move a lot more devastating than you might think. They've got him up in the air, the blood rushing to the wrestler's head. And then you drop him on his head. Like, that is a big-time move. And another big slam right there. Brutus and the Giant, though. Giant maybe saving Robbo without even realizing it. Wade War Walters throwing Robbo out of the way. Kevin Nash, Jake Plague, now Kevin going for the pin. 1. Jace now starting to get things turned back around. Wayward Walters was kind of having his way a little bit. And as soon as Jace starts making his way, kind of getting those inroads, Wade gets it turned back around. And Robbo trying to get that sneaky pin in on the Giant. But these smaller wrestlers now starting to get it turned back around on the big guys. We're going to see who starts getting taken out of these matches. Is it going to be the bigger guys or the smaller guys in this match? Oh, do you see what's going on? Wade picking up the Giant. 1, 2. And Robbo able to kick out of the pin from Brutus, but that is getting close. Robbo slow to get back to his feet. Huge slam. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2. And Ed still able to kick out. Now look at this. Jake Plague and Robbo. Jake coming to the defense of Robbo, allowing Robbo to get up. But now again, big man after big man after big man getting into the ring. And the Giant able to kick out in 2. Kind of looked like there for a second, like Jake Plague trying to get in a position to take him out, and now taking on both the Walters brothers. And controlling the ring, look at this. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, Robbo better get up. A big slam now, Brutus going, rolling. Look at this, like he needs any help. 2. And Brutus has eliminated Jake Plague, but it took some cheating to get it done. So Robbo now really Brutus is on another level right now. Brutus just pinned Jace. Kevin Nash eliminating the Judgment Day. And that is not good for the Judgment Day. Now the NWO. Really, this is where it's going to be tough. This is where it's going to be tough, and I think it looked like at first Kevin Nash understood it, but I don't think he does. He needs Ed almost to stay in this match, needing to eliminate one of the Walters brothers first. And same for the Walters brothers, they need Ed to stay in the match and then eliminate one member of the NWO. Looks like Walter going, rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And the Giant able to kick out in 2. Brutus going after Kevin Nash. Baseball bat being applied to the Giant's scunion. And Ed just getting back to his feet, but I probably would have tried to stay down a little bit more. Oh, the NWO turns it back around. Giant pinning Wade. And it looked like the Walters brothers really were kind of the favorites at one point to win this. Now Brutus and Ed need to find a way to get one of the members of the NWO out before one of the two of them get out, or again it's going to turn into a 2-on-1 match. Looking like right now Wade and Ed doing the best they can do. But is it going to be enough? Ed picking up Kevin Nash. Can he get it in? No, Kevin Nash turning it back around. The Giant, though, look at him, just kind of waiting and lying in wait. Didn't look like he'd be able to do it. Nash going. And this will almost secure the victory. Kevin Nash ends up pinning Ed Cardozo. And Ed has been eliminated now, down to a 2-on-1 match. And the NWO in control of what is going on. So that's how fast it can get turned back around. The Giant really kind of letting you know what time it is. He hits him. Thought he almost had a chance to turn it around. Kevin Nash on the ground. Can Brutus get back to his feet, apply a move to the Giant, and get him pinned? Now needs to apply a move to Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash slowly making his way back in the ring, but the Giant turning it back around yet again. Kevin Nash making his way back into the ring, and they obviously have the advantage right here. Oh, I thought the Giant going for a submission move does not do that. Hey, thanks for stopping in, JP. Really appreciate the support, brother. What is going on, Zach? Welcome to the stream, brother. Giant kind of stuck right now, but Brutus unable to take advantage of what is going on with the Giant outside. Oh, turns this around, but look at that. That might be it. Kevin Nash, usually that clothesline is the prelude. Rolls up the leg, 2, 3, and Kevin Nash ends up bringing home the victory for the NWO.
Here are your winners, the Giant and Kevin Nash, the NWO.
NWO bringing home 7 points for their team right there. So you look, Hogan bringing home some points, and now these guys, so that almost secures like the NWO from getting eliminated. Something definitely to look at there, but it isn't over yet. So much more. Now this is a big match too. You're looking, you know, you've got up to 7 points on the line, and to be fair, I think the New Blood would have to score all 7 points to keep in it, to get themselves out of that bottom section. So will be interesting to see what happens here for sure.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring from the edge of reality, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Dragon.
The Dragon now making his way down to the ring. I'm trying to do a quick tally on these points. That way we can see exactly where everybody stands. Moving forward and moving through. But yeah, Dragonuv starting his school. And that has been a huge thing for a couple of these wrestlers, getting that extra training, getting able to be in and do some things with that. There's some teams right now that I think are absolutely securing their spot as far as moving forward and what that looks like.
And his opponents, first, representing the team from New York, weighing in at 228 pounds,
Yeah, like for instance, with that last win, that like the LWO, pretty sure they're pretty secure. D-Generation X, pretty secure. NWO, they might have been on the cusp, depending on the way things go. They're pretty secure. Team Blaze, I mean, some of these guys, the Syndicate, Team Sting, the Horsemen, I mean, these guys are pretty much locked in what they're doing. Monster Eclipse, they're really, like, they're very close on the cusp. You look at the team of Rhodes, Blaq, Dragonuv, they're really close. If the New Blood, the Bikers, KVD, or the Judgment Day can kind of score some points. You know, you look at Team Dragonuv sitting at 6, Monsters Eclipse sitting at 9 right now, Team Blaq sitting at 8, Team Rhodes sitting at 8, the New Blood at 2, the Bikers at 3, the Judgment Day at 1, KVD at 2. So big matches coming on. Big matches going on right now. But so far, and you know, the Psycho making his way down to the ring, but so far it has been a matter of the rich getting richer yet again in this final round, or final piece of round 1.
The Maniacs from Pangea, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Milkman Maniac!
Milkman, one of the coolest cats right now in wrestling, but representing the Maniacs, has been hooked up with SC Jumpman for quite some time. Right now, teaming up with Team Blaze, and again, Team Blaze seemingly kind of securing their spot. You know, you got Team Sting at 21 points, DX at 18, the Horsemen at 17, the LWO kind of jumping up at 25 points, the Syndicate at 18, Team Blaze at 17, the Hart Foundation at 12. Haven't seen the Hart Foundation as of yet, but we will start to see them in these final matches. Monster Eclipse at 9, the NWO now at 18. So again, those teams right there, if you're over 15, probably, not even probably, you're safe. You're moving on to the next round. There's just about 7 teams, really, maybe 8 teams that are right there on the cusp. Which one of those 4 teams are going to be eliminated by the end of this episode? That's what we're here to see. That's what we want to know. That is the question right now. 4-man elimination match. Team Sting, Team Dragonuv, Team Blaze, and the New Blood all represented in this match. New Blood really needing to step up, you know. Team Dragonuv also kind of on the line right there, but you look at Milkman, not in a must-win. Stephen Borden Jr., Sting's other son, not really in a must-win situation. That doesn't mean these guys don't want to win, so don't get that confused. These guys absolutely want to win. These guys want to do everything they can, everything in their power to get the win. Dragonuv just getting split open, but just saying, if they end up losing the match, for them, not the end of the world. If the Psycho can't come through, if Kemp can't come through, going to be some problems. But you look, 3 for the win, and then let's say 3 for a pin. That's 6 points. So you add 6 points now to the Judgment Day. They're at 8. Now they're working their way out. Now you're really starting to put like Team Blaq, Team Rhodes, Team Dragonuv in a spot. And it looks like this is not going to be an elimination match. It looks like what this is going to be is the winner takes all. Now, we saw this on the 8-man side. So again, 3 pins count as 3. A win counts as 6. So whoever wins this match, if this is not an elimination match, it will be a 6-point match unless they can win it by submission. Then we will count it as a 9-point match. So if they can win by submission, that is 9 points. If they can win it by pin, that is 6 points, and I will fix the rest of the matches going forward. That's the one thing that sucks. Sometimes you do something, you have to get out of to fix something else, and then you come back in and the computer screws up your matches. But regardless, that actually makes this a lot more interesting, because this could almost guarantee the New Blood, if they can win this match, if whoever can win to get those 6 points, that will be a really, really big deal for the New Blood and could put them back in the mix to save their faction. One. Oh, flipped again. And kicking out now. The thing you got to know is Robert Kemp, the Psycho, is really good in these multi-man matches, really good at knowing what is going on. But if Dragonuv can win, if Team Dragonuv could win, this could also ensure maybe their safety moving forward. 6 points for Dragonuv would put them at 12 and almost guarantee them not to be in the bottom 4. So big for Dragonuv, big for them. You know, you look at Team Sting, they're in second place right now, but a win ensures the bottom team stay in the bottom and would move them into first. You look at Team Blaze right now, Team Blaze sitting at 17 points. What could 6 points do for them? That could move them into second place and ensure the 2 bottom teams kind of stay down and doesn't change the status quo. Dragonuv going for the pin. And look at this, just passing it out, finally breaking that kendo stick over the head of Dragonuv. And now going back after the Psycho Steve Borden Jr. trying to get back to his feet. Does. Whips him into the ring, slides. And now all 4 competitors seemingly getting back into the ring. Right now. Oh, and went for the Stinger Splash, but Dragonuv gets in the way, slides Stephen Borden Jr. into the ropes, which he wasn't expecting, so kind of hurts the chest. But look at these two fighting through it, trying. Milkman backing off, letting them decide which one of them is about to take this move. And turns out it looked like Dragonuv was going to win there for a second, but apparently not. And now goes, rolls up the leg, but look, Dragonuv sees it too. 1. And that is how you know this is definitely going to be at least a 6-point match. So either 6 or 9, depends on how they win. To win by submission, I mean, that's why it'd be a 9-point match. They would basically get credit for 3 submission moves. Because it would be much harder to win by submission than it would be by pin. You would have to get the other 2 guys down and then apply the submission hold to whoever you're going after. So is that going to happen? Probably not. Dragonuv rolling up the leg, because you see by the time they get that next move in, the other guy's already up. See, he puts the move on him. Oh, going for the pin. Might get it right here. 1, 2, 3. And look at this. The New Blood coming out of it with 6 points.
Here is your winner, Robert the Psycho Kemp.
Coming out of it with 6 points and putting the New Blood in a position to get out of that bottom 4. Still not quite there yet, but in a position to do it. So quite an amazing job by Robert Kemp. Now, moving forward, I am going to switch these up so that it is the way it should be. What is going on? Angel, welcome to the stream, brother. I haven't seen you in a while. I talk about you quite a bit, but I haven't seen you in a while, so hope you are doing well. Witcher, welcome to the stream, sister. So let me just record that real quick. God, my dogs are on another annoying level. Like, it is amazing. It is amazing. They can't stay in one spot. Our dogs, for one thing's for sure, they love their mama and they love their daddy. That is no doubt about that. So let's go in here real quick, get into edit some matches, customize this match. It is beyond annoying that this is how it goes. Now, again, the Hart Foundation haven't got to see a lot of them as of yet, but we are going to start seeing them here in the rest of this match. Like it says, falls count anywhere. It's a thing I don't understand, but apparently it is not falls count anywhere. It says words, but it doesn't mean it. Hey, welcome back, Sarah. Appreciate you coming back and checking it out. Okay, hold on. Edit matches. Is my other dog at the door now as well? Okay, hopefully this fixes the issue. We'll have to see here in just a second. But onward and upward. All right, Bark Squad back in the house again.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring, representing D-Generation X from Harlingen, Texas, weighing in at 205 pounds, Coyote Kemp.
So the new blood really putting a lot of pressure, Robert, the Psycho Kemp. Really now putting a lot of pressure on Team Dragonuv, because what just happened was they just jumped over them. So technically right now, you're looking at the Bikers with 3 points, Team KVD with 2, the Judgment Day with 1, and Team Dragonuv at 6 points.
Representing the Hart Foundation from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 273 pounds, the relentless Bulldog, Butch Hart.
So the son of the British Bulldog, nephew to Bret Hart, Butch Hart, now making his way down to the ring, starting to try to make a splash for the Hart Foundation. Hart Foundation right now sitting at 12 points. D-Generation X sitting at 18 points. And this match just got more interesting.
Weighing in at 230 pounds,
Braun Breaker representing Team Rhodes sits at 8 points. So again, now you look at the team of Blaq, you look at the team of Rhodes, and now the new blood all sitting at 8 points, just barely on the outside. Monster Eclipse sitting at 9 points, and then you've got the bottom 4 below that. So again, you know, the NWO was at 10, but scoring 8 points already here tonight. They are at 18. That probably puts them out of the way, out of harm's danger. But the Hart Foundation is the next one that's kind of close. So depending on how things go moving forward, it is going to be very interesting. And when these teams fight, it will be a War Games match. The winner gets to get out of the tournament and keep their faction. The loser keeps going.
And representing the Syndicate from Columbus, Georgia, weighing in at 205 pounds, one half of the Universal World Heavyweights Tag Team Champions, the Snake VPO.
So Vipiro hooking it up in this 4-man match here tonight. Again, 6 to 9 points, on the line for winning this match. If you can pin everybody 6 points, if you could tap everybody and win, you'd get those additional 3 points or any combination between 6 and 9. So, definitely some points on the line here tonight. Right now, you look at the Syndicate sitting right there at the 18 points. The Horsemen sitting at 17. So they're right in the mix right now. Wanting to score as many points as you can moving forward. But here we go. We have the team of Rhodes, the Syndicate, the Hart Foundation, and D-Generation X all in this match. Really, Hart Foundation kind of needing the win, and more so Braun Breaker needing the win for Team Rhodes. Braun Breaker wasn't able to score any points. Only Cody Rhodes able to score points in the first half of round 1. Can Braun Breaker break that trend and score some points for the team here tonight? It's funny, you look at Braun Breaker like in real life, I think that is kind of your future of wrestling, but how long is it going to take when you're looking, you've got the Cody Rhodeses, you've got the Seth Rollins, you've got Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, the Bloodline, version 1 and 2, and everybody involved in that. You got all these different people. And then you look at Braun Breaker, like when is he going to be able to break into that scene? Look at this. Vipero wasted no time. Grabs him. Oh, did not work out. Ends up getting power bombed. He gets the reversal, but then immediately no-sells that power bomb on the outside. And gets right after Butch. Vipero has a lot of like your high flyer type moves, but still somehow wrestles bigger than he is. Still has a lot of power involved in what he does. Look at this. Not a 1 count, but that is a move I have never seen. And Cam just trying to help out Butch right now. Butch not getting all his reps in the gym. And now Vipero looking like he was trying to score the 2 points. Grabbed the arm of Braun Breaker. Tried to break one off on him, but couldn't get it done. Cam now. And that's not exactly where you want Coyote Cam at inside the ring. Like he uses those ropes to his advantage. A lot of springboard moves. And Butch splitting open Vipero. Vipero trying to get back up. Butch seeing the no-sell from the last time, not having it this time, and staying on top, making sure he's the one controlling the action. Braun Breaker, though, trying to control it on the inside. And I think Butch understands the assignment. Braun Breaker sure looking like he understands it, really needing to get a win for Team Rhodes. Maybe put a little distance between the bottom 4 and then that next 4 up. That's right now where he's sitting. But look at that. Huge slam on Braun. 1, 2. And Braun Breaker might have lost the win right there. Thought Cam might have went for the pin. Only a couple, like, you look at Coyote Cam and JP, a lot of the same type of moves. Not the exact same moves, but the same style of wrestling. So when those two are in the ring, that is not exactly where you want them at. Coyote Cam hitting Butch Hart a couple times and almost didn't think that was going to work. Jumps out and ends up, look, he's like, hey, I just shot my shot and scored. Vipero said he didn't appreciate it, though. Big slam there on the outside now. Rolls up the leg. Referee not even in position. Not even a 1 count. And it might not be a bad idea for the 2 guys on the inside of the ring. Like, let them fight it out for a minute. You know what I mean? Let them weaken each other a little bit. Butch now getting up, Braun going after it. Butch obviously the bigger of the two, but I don't know if he's more powerful of the two. And DX scoring a point against the Syndicate right there. Cam putting the pin on Vampiro, but again, not really a must-win or a must-score situation for the Syndicate. Now, you want to score all the points you can. Let's not get that messed up. What is going on, Agent Destin? Welcome to the stream, brother. But not really like one of those must-wins. But that still takes points away from Braun, who is kind of in a must-win situation right now for Team Rhodes. And what just a big slam. Is that going to be it? And that is it. Team, the Hart Foundation putting a little distance now, making sure that they aren't going to fall into that kind of mid-4 section. And ensures that Team Rhodes stays in that position. Now the Hart Foundation, Butch bleeding out the head, Cam going after it. So the largest and smallest wrestler at the start of this match becoming the last two, but who is going to be able to score the final points for their team? Cam grabbing the leg. 1, 2. And there is a lot of blood coming off that side of the face of Butch right now. Cam going after a baseball bat. I don't think he needs it, but what he needs or what he doesn't need doesn't matter. Butch delivering the right hands. And this would really go a long way. Not like DX, they're going to stay in that upper group of teams, but this would kind of propel the Hart Foundation in that other group. And look at that, pulls out Eleanor, the baseball bat, throws it, lands it right on the noggin of Cameron. And now Butch trying to make sure he can get the Hart Foundation up into that upper echelon of teams. Goes after the stairs. Hits him with the stairs. So Cam has been hit with baseball bats. He's been hit with a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, and now gets hit with the stairs, trying to fight his way back, but not able to do it as of yet. And here we go, huge pile driver. Butch setting up for it, trying to put an end to the match right now. And there it is, grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Butch ends up putting the Hart Foundation in a much better position than when they started.
Here is your winner, the Relentless Bulldog, Butch Hart.
So DX sitting at 19 points, but that moves the Hart Foundation up, giving them 17 points. Butch Hart really kind of proving his value. Brand new here to WCW, but you see why Bret Hart wanted to bring him in. That becoming more and more apparent as this goes on. So getting into kind of the final 4 matches of the night, we have our very last 8-way tag team match. Then we have 2 more fatal 4-ways and the main event. Getting ready to come up, but this is a huge match right now for the Bikers and for CM Punk and Booker T. If the Bikers can do well here, they've got the opportunity You're talking about 6 pins and a win. There are 9 points on the line, or an additional 6 points, 6 bonus points if you can get in some tapping as well. So that would move them out of the bottom 4 and even give them a little bit of breathing room. Not much, just a little.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way tag team match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 487 pounds, the Bikers.
What is going on, Andre? Welcome to the stream. I am not playing. So what we do here, this is AI versus AI. We are very heavily in tune with tuning the sliders of every individual wrestler of our entire universe, of our matches, and of the individual wrestlers. Every wrestler, you probably notice, has a lot of technique, a lot of personality in those particular wrestlers. I turn off the commentation. I turn off the commentate. I turn off the commentators and I do the commentating.
Texas, weighing in at 251 pounds, Booker T.
Now, one of the things, if you want the difficulty that the computers are, it's on hard. I've done it at the hardest level. It doesn't work out right. Hard seems to be the sweet spot if you're doing AI versus AI wrestling. But you really have to go in and tune every single wrestler to really get the kind of matches, the kind of things that you want to get out of it. So, but yeah, I make most of the wrestlers. I make all the arenas. I write all the storylines. I book all the matches. I turn off the commentators. I do that. I create all the title belts. And we have a neat little WCW 2.0 universe going on. This isn't what would have happened if WCW continued. This is what would happen if WCW was restarted right now. Right now, today. With everything that's already happened. With the WWE buying them out. With the WWE buying out ECW. And still having their own product. What would happen if they didn't sell it to somebody else, but if the WWE separated the WCW and actually started like it was a brand new promotion? So that's what this universe is about. A lot of the cause come right out of the chat. So if you show up enough and I see, I will create you as a wrestler. Or if you have your own wrestler, I will upload it. But yeah, that's kind of what we do here. Guys, I don't say this a whole lot, but
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
if you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a subscribe, a like, share the video. More important than all of that, share the video. If you want to become a member, you can do that. We have 3 different memberships that you can do. Look into that if you want to, but you don't have to. Just get involved in the chat, get involved in the stuff. We are heavily involved in other promotions as well. We are connected into other E-federations, so this is the place to come to meet people. We are making an amazing community right now, and that community is you guys. You guys are what is growing the channel. We are doing this thing together, and I really, really appreciate all of your efforts. It's been a lot of fun. But listen to the crowd, CM Punk. Now, again, we know Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Braun Breaker, they are going back to the WWE. That has already been done. They wanted to stay and not leave until the end of Wrestle Wars. They wanted to be a part of Wrestle War 1, and that is what they are doing here in the WCW. Booker T recently retiring and signing the Legends deal, so you could see him on either program, but not really going after the titles. But you still will see Booker T from time to time with that Legend deals being signed.
From Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, Daddy T.
Daddy T, Father Time, now making his way down to the ring. Father Time and Dave, if you look at whose team they are on, Who are they representing in all of this? They are on the team of Dragonuv. So again, Dragonuv sitting right there on the cusp. They're not exactly in the bottom four, but if the Bikers come through with a big enough win right now, if they can pin the majority of the people, they will surpass Team Dragonuv. Team Dragonuv right now sitting at 6 points. You got the Bikers sitting at 3. So if Team Dragonuv can't find a way to score any points, and even they can score 3 points, that puts them in a tie and then does put them in the bottom four. So that is going to be an interesting thing to see. So lots of implications.
Weighing in at 228 pounds, Dangerous Dave.
So a lot of implications in this match right now. Yeah, Wrestle War 1. But remember, inside of Wrestle Wars, one team will be completely disbanded. That is the price you pay. So you don't want to be the last team. And we're going to figure out who that team is in the 4 teams that get eliminated. So we'll start to see some more of that moving forward. But as of tonight, the Bikers really needing to put together a performance here in this match if they have any hopes of getting out of the bottom 4.
And at a combined weight of 460 pounds, the Hart Foundation.
You know, and it's funny because I say I make most of the wrestlers, but even the wrestlers like the Chris Benoits, the Jerichos, the Hogans, I completely redesigned their entire outfits and looks. So it's still not something you're going to see anywhere else. You're not going to see this particular Crippler or that particular Chris Jericho anywhere but right here. Hogan the same way. We actually have a much better body model of Hogan than they do in games. So very, very crazy and very, very, very interesting. Hey, I appreciate that. It does. It does take a lot of time, but it is a lot of fun, especially when we get it right. It's funny, the behind-the-scenes stuff that folks on this channel do know. If you go watch my creation streams, you see how long it takes to create one character. But now, in the times, even when I'm not streaming, I'm always tweaking all the characters. We're tweaking the sliders. We're tweaking the AI sliders. We're tweaking all the stuff. We're tweaking the costumes and the outfits and the storylines. I have books. I have 3 of these books. Nothing but storylines written in them. A lot of storylines taking place right now, and then we add new wrestlers. When we add new wrestlers, now I'm adding new storylines and new things and new twists. Because you still, just like a regular promotion, I got to get the wrestlers over. If you don't get them over, nobody wants to see them. If I can't get you to emotionally connect with these wrestlers, why would you tune in? You know, so, yeah, definitely not as easy as it looks, for sure. But a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. We've been doing it for a long time. I believe this is episode 137 overall. Episode 36 of season 6. But 137 episodes into this. And we've gone through becoming a small promotion. Nobody's heard of TSW. TSW then getting bought out by the WWE, everybody kind of migrating and merging into the WWE, and then the WWE deciding to start up WCW with the wrestlers from TSW and inside the chat. So it's a big thing. And the thing is, when I write these storylines, I can't say Dave wins this match. I don't control it. So I've got to write them, and they're constantly changing and evolving. I've got a big idea, and I've got other smaller ideas. Sometimes they turn into big ideas, sometimes they don't. Don't know where Father Time was jumping to. And then these storylines happen because of the AI. Sometimes you guys in the chat challenge people, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll do that. I can't do it all the time, but a lot of times I try to do it. And that might slow down the progression of a storyline, or it might speed up another one you didn't even know about. So it's funny how things get played into here. Grady fighting through Dave, rolling up the leg of CM Punk. And look, at the end of the day, we know that we've got a team that is going to the WWE or has already signed the Legend deal. That team, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Booker T, and Braun Breaker. So really, if I was these other teams, I would want to make sure that I was getting them out. But CM Punk just pinned Herbie. That is not boding well for the bikers. Chris Jericho pinning Booker T. And you got a couple submission specialists in this. You got Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Father Time. All three of those guys submission specialists that could score their team extra points. But right now, a lot riding on the back of Grady. Grady needing to find a way to start getting these pins, these submissions, these whatever, and find a way to win this match. Bikers on the line on the men's side. But CM Punk, is that going to end Grady's night? No, Grady kicking out in one. Chris Jericho trying to pin Dave. And I'm telling you what, the Hart Foundation tonight taking it to another level. And look at that, Father Time taking it over the top rope, hits Chris Jericho and ends up hitting Grady both at the same time. That is also a new feature to the game this year. Again, he fights out of it. And now Grady taking that sledgehammer, but look, Grady has got to win this match. There is no way around it. There is no ifs, there is no ands, there is no buts. And it's not just that. He needs to get a couple other pins along the way. He needs to try to score all the points he can score right now. Getting two other pins and a pin with the win, like that is exactly what he needs. Looked like Grady was stalking Father Time, but Chris Jericho stalking Grady. Father Time getting back to his feet, and now Grady having the chance where he might be able to turn it around and get Chris Jericho. While he's going to let him pin, I wouldn't let him do it. Chris Jericho almost putting the kibosh on CM Punk's night. Booker T already out of the game. 1, 2. And Jericho and Father Time pinning it up. Oh, look at this. This CM Punk thought he might have tapped right there, but did not. Ends up fighting his way through it. And Father Time, he's got one on it, but that is Grady's finisher. Is he going to get the pin? It has been a long time, and maybe too long. That might have been the... Oh, Chris Jericho understanding how the points work. And look at this. This might be all over.
Has been eliminated.
So CM Punk eliminated. Don't know how, though. Because there wasn't a pin, I got to assume it was a tap out from Chris Jericho. Because there was no 3 count. Jericho now trying to pin Father Time and does so. Look at this. Jericho on a completely different level. And now, unfortunately for Grady, it might be all over but the crying. Grady in an unwinnable situation, but absolutely needing to win, and not just win, needing to get both of them out. Chris Jericho breaking up that pin. And this is the problem. Grady not knowing Chris Jericho had already gotten back to his feet, but look at this. Turns it around, throws Jericho over there, but Benoit right there to pick up the pieces. And this is the problem when it's 2-on-1. Grady on the ground trying to take a little breather. Benoit getting the baseball bat. Could there be a mistake right here? And Chris Benoit knocked Chris Jericho down, but then eventually gets Grady as well. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Chris Benoit securing the win for the Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation.
So not good news at all for the Bikers. Matter of fact, I think they've only got one more shot at getting out of that bottom, but it's still going to be tough. I mean, we're going to see it in this match. Kedry would probably have to pin all these guys. We'll see how it plays out. We don't know. There's one more match on the way to that. Team KVD also in the bottom. Paul the Thing, The Fiend, and Bama of the Four Horsemen. Now, again, not a must-win for Bama. Just isn't. But these other teams, well, and I would have said before, it's probably like a must-win for The Fiend, but now it's not anymore. Monsters Eclipse, like it's not a must-win. They probably wouldn't be bad to win. They are only sitting at 9 points, so they do need to do something. But CM Punk scoring 1 point for Team Rhodes, so that kind of puts them up at 9 as well. And that's what I mean. The Hart Foundation doing what the Bikers needed to do. They end up scoring 8 points in that match.
Fatal 4-way Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Primetime Players from Staten Island, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds. KVD.
So the Hart Foundation moving into a tie at first place with 25 points with the LWO. Both of them now at 25 points. Now, can the leader of Team KVD, can Kamikaze Von Doom himself, try to work his team out of the bottom? They are dead last right now at only 1 point. D-Generation X. Well, I don't think this is going to be Paul. This is going to be Paul the Thing.
And his opponents, first representing the New Foundation from Pangea, weighing in at 287 pounds, Paul the Thug. So
this is kind of another one. Actually, kind of needs to not even win, but needs to get a pin or two. Just, they're sitting at 8 points right now, but to move them up a little bit out of where they're at. You're looking at Dragonuv at 6 points, Team Blaq at 8 points, Monster Eclipse at 9, Cody Rhodes' team at 9 points, the New Blood at 8 points. So with that move, with Cody Rhodes getting up to 9, that kind of moves Dragonuv. No, doesn't move him in there yet. So Blaq and the New Blood both tied at 8. But that's kind of why, like, they're right on the cusp. Then you got the Bikers at 3. We got Dragonuv at 6, the Bikers at 3, KVD at 2, and the Judgment Day at 1. So that is how we are sitting right now. Look at this. Knock, knock, let me in. One of the scariest themes, one of the scariest guys in wrestling. What is going on, Solo? Welcome back, brother. No, Jericho didn't tap. That's not what I said. Jericho tapped out CM Punk. There was no count. There was no 1, 2, 3, so I got to assume he tapped him out. Which then, technically, I'm glad you brought that back up, though. Because that would have gave them 9 points for that match. And that moves them into first. So they're at first with 26. But look at the state of this guy coming down to the ring. Crazy head in hand. Looking like he's going to huff and puff and blow some houses down. Yeah, that's just freaky. That is just freaky. We will be here all day, though, if we watched that entire entrance. But quite a match. You know, there's quite a bit of things on the line. Now, every team...
Representing the 4 Horsemen from Montgomery, Alabama, weighing in at 240 pounds, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Bubba Boy!
And while every team can use a win, it is not like... You know, they're... Like with this, it's not a must-win. Now, moving up, moving back up into the standings a little bit, absolutely. So, like, you need all the points you can get, but there are some teams that need it definitely more than others. But right now, our world champion, Bama Boy, making his way down to the ring. Really, you look at how it's going to go, 6 to 9 points on the line in this match, depending on how you win it or how it is done. Paul the Thing, a former world champion. You know the Fiend on the world champion level. Bama, the current world champion, and KVD, not a world champion, but has held different title belts throughout his career as well. Really getting a good shot in a good spot right here. What could he do? Like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Or what would you do for a world championship shot? You got to believe if KVD can do very well in this match, that might put him up into the discussions of, hey, we need to get this guy in the U.S. title picture. We need to get this guy up maybe in the WCW World Television title picture. See how he does at those levels, and then maybe he's working his way up to get that world title shot. So definitely, there's always more on the line than just what you guys are seeing. There's always things that are going on, and it is definitely not an easy thing. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jericho. I always thought the WCW, like, misused them. As they were building them, there was this point where if things hadn't started going south and weird, where they could have built Jericho and Benoit up a lot better. Like, then where would it have been? They were, like, right when WCW ended, they were just getting Booker T built up, you know, to that world title level, so that would have been interesting as well. Paul the Thing, no selling that stomp right there. Getting back up and now getting after the world champion. You know, Paul back in the day ended up beating Totes McGoats for the world title, so World champion caliber wrestler right there. Current and past getting after it, and then you got KVD. You know, KVD wearing the crazy skull mask, and then you got the Fiend with his mask, like. So the two scary ones wrestling against each other. Not that, well, Paul would be involved in that as well. Almost a Halloween match going on. Referee, though, very keen on what the Fiend is doing. I think I would be too. Like, if the Fiend was in the ring, I'd want to make sure that I knew where he was at. I don't want him sneaking up on me, you know, like little piggy letting me in. You know, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So, not having it, Fiend. Fiend going, getting a chair. Bama picks him up and then slams him right down on the very chair he just went and got. Bama thinking he might have been getting in on Paul or KVD. Does not work out and puts him right back on the chair again. Rolls up the leg. Referee, though, like very fixated on Paul. Like he was looking at Paul like, maybe I should keep an eye on this guy too. Rot-row SpaghettiOs. Bama hits the Fiend. Hits the Fiend with a big clothesline, but then runs right into the offense of KVD. KVD, one of those wrestlers, though, not as dangerous on the outside of the ring as he is on the inside. When he gets on the inside, much like a Coyote Cam or a JP, he will be all over the ring doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So, definitely interesting. KVD now rolling up the Fiend, too. And the Fiend kicking out in two, but KVD, again, team in the bottom four really needs to put together a strong match right here. Try to get out of the bottom. Bottom four teams will be eliminated and will face extermination. There is a price to pay in a war, and the price could very well be their team. Look at that. That has got to take the breath right out of you. KVD getting after it with that kendo stick. Paul not having it anymore. Fiend trying to set Bama up. And this is another thing, like, what if the Fiend does really well and ends up taking out the world champ? Maybe does he get it? Oh! Light him up, boys. Light him up, up, up. The Fiend is on fire. If you wondered how he got those burn marks, Bama's showing you right now. Now puts his chin to the ground. Did not appreciate the fire. Although maybe not all that scared of the fire. Seeing how that's how he got that way. Bama trying to get back to his feet. The Fiend setting up KVD. Playing it up to the crowd. And oh, this might be it. This might be all over, but the crying, the world champion out. And the Fiend getting the 1-2-3 on the world champion. Now turning it into a virtual three-way match. Fiend sitting back, taking his shots where he needs to take them, but Paul, not worried about it, throws him down. Thought KVD would take advantage of the gift he just gave him, but instead KVD passing it up and then coming back. KVD trying to control the ring, but Paul showing him the error of his ways right here. Again, we saw that move set it up. Set up the Fiend with the finisher. KVD trying to avoid it. The Fiend, however, going after it. And KVD waiting in the wings, waiting for him, goes up, climbs the tree, throws both of them into each other. Whips Paul into the corner. The Fiend trying to take advantage, trying to get KVD. But KVD controlling the ring, letting Paul hang in the tree of woe so he can make sure he can keep an eye on him, make sure he knows where he's at while he gets to work on the Fiend right here. Splitting the Fiend open, so the Fiend has been burned and now split open by KVD. KVD fighting through. Paul got out of the tree of woe, but I think KVD kind of expected that to happen. Almost waiting in the wings. The Fiend now going after a sledgehammer, and you know about the time the sledgehammer comes out is about the time the match is over. And the Fiend now just delivering back shot after back shot, body blow after body blow to KVD. Now knocks him in the corner. Picks up Paul the Thing. Thought he was going to go for maybe one of his crazy pins. Instead, now wrenching on the knee. KVD breathing hard over there in the corner, trying to get back into this match. And, kind of snuck up on the Fiend, put him in the corner. But Paul back to his feet. Did KVD catch it? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but he just caught an elbow right to the face, and there it is. Sister Abigail rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And the Fiend now showing you, it looked like maybe in the first half of round 1, the Fiend having a little bit of ring rust, but now showing you he does not. Paul the Thing, though, trying to capitalize. Fiend already scoring 2 points for his team, but can Paul bring home the last 4 or 5 points? Fiend again being split open, being burned, and now being beat and bludgeoned with a baseball bat. I don't even know how you come from that many wackerdoodles with the old baseball bat. And this is a thing that almost looks personal, almost like it doesn't even matter. He wants to destroy the Fiend right here and right now. The Fiend unable to get up to his feet. Referee thought he might have called it by now. The announcers cannot even believe what is going on. And finally, Paul stopping the destruction of the Fiend, setting up to put it on him, and getting ready to hit him with the Swamp Thing. Does, and this might be it. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2, and look at this in true Fiend fashion, kicking out after everything that has happened. Still able to kick out, but can he kick out of 2? Can he kick out of back-to-back Swamp Things? 1, 2, 3. And I don't think even any mere mortal could have kicked out of 1 after that beating with the bat, but he kicks out and then finally succumbs to Paul the Thing. So Paul the Thing scoring 4 points for his faction by eliminating the Fiend, but the Fiend also scoring a couple for his as well. Monsters Eclipse, but now down to the final 2 matches of the evening. So Team Blaq kind of really needed that. That puts 4 points up on the board and kind of moves them up over where that would have been. And to be fair, it also kind of does a little bit for Monsters Eclipse, now sitting at 11 points. So the Judgment Day needing all the points they could possibly get right now to help get them out of the bottom might not even exactly be possible at 1 unless JP can make every single one of these wrestlers tap out. So that's going to be tough. In the same vein, you're looking at Kedry needing to almost do the same thing to ensure the biker survival. But the NWO and John Cena sitting pretty good right now, and Angel with the LWO right now in second place with 25 points. So not must wins for them, but JP being asked right now to maybe do the impossible along.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day. From Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 193 pounds, JP.
Along with Kedry being asked to do the same thing as well. So, gonna be really interesting to see how this all ends up playing out. But definitely coming to a dramatic conclusion. At the end of round 1. You know, I looked and I would have thought that maybe we would have had one of the factions kind of at the bottom, but maybe some of the teams that are your spoiler teams would have been some of the ones eliminated immediately. But these spoiler teams have taken it to heart and have done quite a job playing that role as a spoiler. Now, why those teams aren't necessarily near the top, they are also not on the verge of being eliminated right now. So, you know, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. For sure. I'm telling you, this main event, and it's part of the thing that put it there. You look, you got Blaze, you got Sting, you got Braun Strowman, Totes. Like, it's gonna be a big match for sure. It's funny, you know, John Cena has played a huge role in our overall universe mode. Was named as the general manager back in the day, left the WWE, came down to TSW, wanted to help us succeed, became our general manager, helped broker the deal between the WWE and WCW, then ends up leading the NWO and leading the NWO out of the WWE and then helping us start the WCW 2.0. Now, this has got to be kind of relief, you would think, for John Cena if you think about it. Hogan now back, kind of the godfather of the NWO, but back to leading the NWO. Not that John Cena isn't also leading. Like, it's kind of a weird thing going on. But it probably takes some of the pressure off of John Cena being the only one. Now he's got somebody to bounce the ideas off of and help him execute. Hogan proving.
Representing the LWO from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 239 pounds, Archangel Angel.
You know, Hogan proven to be an invaluable member of the NWO. You look, Cena, the Giant, Kevin Nash didn't score any points in the first half of round 1. All those points scored by Hogan. Then Hogan comes in again here tonight, scoring 1 point. And the rest of the NWO now starting to pick it up. So, you know, there is that. Kind of the same thing with Angel. His team has been on an absolute roll here as of late. Can Angel continue it? And Angel, one of the two guys, you look at Digital Dogs and you look at Angel, part of the problem was playing things up to the crowd. Angel now kind of turning his back on the crowd a little bit. You don't see him play it up as much. And now the success of former WCW World Champion, and that success starting to come back as he starts to build up another run. What is going on, Eagle Star? Welcome to the stream, brother. But now, Kedry, we've talked about this, much like JP, in an impossible situation where he really doesn't just need to win, almost needs to tap everybody out. Now, because the Bikers are sitting at 3 points, if he could pin everybody and win, that puts him at 9. That kind of puts him up a little bit farther out of the thing, so, you know, maybe, but you got the new blood sitting at 8 points right now, the Judgment Day at 1, KVD at 2, and Team Dragonuv at 6, so depending on how the rest of it goes, that would at least temporarily put him out. But look, you got a former world champ, you got a 15-time WWE world champion, and you got JP. JP, these are typically the matches that he thrives in. One-on-one, oh, yeah, I mean, he's okay, he's good, but typically in these multi-man matches is where JP really starts thriving. So, but looking at the Bikers being at 3 points and then looking at the Judgment Day being at 1 point, like that's a big difference. Now, they still have a shot, so JP needs to get as many points as he can get here. And I believe Raven is in the final match. Hopefully he is for the Judgment Day. But could be in the final match. And then if he is, that is exactly what he needs. Then that would give Raven a shot to at least score some points. But JP has got to score as many as he can. Kedry has got to score as many as he can. Not must-wins for the MWO and the LWO. But, again, like, all the points matter for sure. But just as far as being eliminated right now, a much bigger match for the Bikers and for the Judgment Day right here. And unlike the Judgment Day, this is, I believe, this is the Bikers' last real shot at scoring points. So they're going to score what they score here, and that's it. JP sitting down now. You know, we talk about where Angel and Digital don't want to play it up to the crowd. That is a big part of JP's game, is playing it up to the crowd. Angel rolling up the leg, only getting a 1 count. Whipping JP over there. And Kedry just going after whoever he can go after, but Angel sends Kedry right on down to John Cena. And that did not work out probably how he thought it was exactly. JP bulldogging. Maybe like Cena is the leader of the NWO, but Hogan is the head of it, so we'll have to see. And while people don't like Hogan, still the very first WCW 2.0 world champion, so there is that. Angel was the world champion coming out of season 5, going into season 6. Huge chair throw by JP. Hits John Cena on the outside. Kedry now getting hung up on that side rope. Angel rolling up the leg. And that's the thing, like, you look at like the power of a John Cena, you look at the power of an Angel, you do not want to let them stay in control of the match that they're in, because they can end your night quickly. Kedry really needing to get this turned around. Rolls out of that. Misses that. What is going on? Angel's trying to see it, but look at that. Brass knucks right to the chin of Angel. Now rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And that will just go to show you the length the bikers are willing to go to stay in this thing. And JP kicking out in 2, but Cena's starting to feel it. Kedry gonna try to take advantage of Cena playing it up to the crowd, going after him. And JP with the kendo stick splits him open with that kendo stick. And look at what Angel has. Looky, looky, looky. Here comes a cookie. And Angel passing out a little milk with that cookie right there. Kedry getting himself, misses the one shot, gets in the wrong position. And all 4 guys messing around. Oh, JP has ended matches like this. And JP getting the pin on the LWO leader. That is the one move on the outside, like you do not want JP passing around. But JP scoring a point for the Judgment Day. John Cena now picking up Kedry. Kedry getting out of it, delivering a bunch of stuff, but look at that. JP wisely just sitting back. Now gonna try to capitalize on this, setting up for his finisher. Is he gonna be able to hit it? No, John Cena hits him right up next side the peaches. And there are so many things. Chairs, baseball bats, and look at that. Hits him with it, but Kedry only taking one shot, picks him up. A big smash down right onto the head and lower neck of John Cena. And JP telling Kedry to stop in the name of the Judgment Day before he breaks his scunion. And both guys knowing what is at stake right now. Oh, look at that. The back of the head right on top of that barbed wire baseball bat. Cena trying to get Kedry in position for the, little poke. Little Three Stooges action going on right there. I am shocked Cena can even see anything. And can Kedry steal a win right here? Not a win, but a pin. 2. Did everything he could to try to steal that pin. JP whips him in to Kedry. Cena trying to roll out of the way. Kedry trying to take advantage of that right now. And Kedry setting up for the Irish car bomb. Does JP see it coming? Gets him put in it. And now goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Kedry gets the pin on JP. Can he finish it out? No! Look at this attitude adjustment. John Cena, 2, right on top of that, too. And the NWO almost all but ensuring these 2 factions will remain at the bottom.
John Cena.
What a crazy match that is. For a time, almost looking like the Bikers or the Judgment Day were at least going to put themselves into a position not to be in the bottom, but I'm telling you, it is starting to look more and more like these teams will end up meeting at War Games. both trying to ensure the survival of their factions. What is going on, Andre? If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I do not mean to do that. So let's look at this. Yeah, Raven. So Raven getting one last chance to try to bring his team out of it. Now you look at this match. There is up to 10 to 17 points on the line, somewhere in there. Bret Hart, a submission specialist. Recently, we've started seeing Totes my Goats using submissions. We have seen Sting use submissions. Are we going to see that here in the main event tonight? We're about to find out. I Heart Strudel, Sting, Totes my Goats, Bret Hart, Braun Strowman, GC Rock, Blaze McCoy, and Raven getting ready to put it on the line. Which factions will remain at the bottom and which ones will be propelled up into the second round of Wrestle Wars 1?
The following contest is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Hart Foundation from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
So you look at Team Sting, you look at the Hart Foundation, you look at the Horsemen, Team Blaze. All of them pretty safe as far as the eliminations are concerned. Even Team Blaq right now, like, that's looking good. But right now, the Judgment Day, depending on what they can do right now, can they get themselves out of the bottom? They don't need all 10 points, but they certainly need 8 of them.
And representing the Monster Eclipse from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds,
Braun Strowman, 385 pounds on the team of The Fiend, on the team of Monster Eclipse. They have had a good night here tonight. Again, you know, you want to talk about turning some things around. Like, they have done enough anyway to get themselves almost in a position where they should be good. They're sitting at 11 points right now. So we will see how that goes.
And representing the Four Horsemen from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 258 pounds, the WCW United States Champion and the Universal $1 Million Champion, Frankie the Reaper Fingers.
So the Horsemen also not having the best night here tonight, but they had a phenomenal first half of round one, sitting at 16 points. Only scoring 1 here tonight, but sitting at 17 points. They are pretty safe as far as the eliminations go. Again, every point matters, but these guys able to at least go on and fight another day. Can Totes add a little bit more to that, though? Now, it's funny, most of the time you would almost think that it would be named GC Rock, you know, like Team Rock. But Blackheart, a two-time world champion in WCW. That will kind of trump that every time, you know what I mean?
Representing the team from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 259 pounds, the Icon.
Now, while we've got a couple other teams that have reached the level of 20 points, Team Sting, the first one to do it, and Sting, the winner of an 8-way match that was not an elimination, so not an easy match to win, ended up picking up 10 points for his team right there. Already putting him halfway to that, but Sting scoring a lot of points for his team, bringing his two sons along, and Damian. Damian so far, even though he's a former WCW World Champion, not having the kind of time that he wished he probably would have had so far in this war. But again, if you can continue to advance and advance and advance, you're going to put yourself in a position and give yourself a chance to win. So Sting really stepping up. I would say you probably don't expect anything different, but stepping up and making sure that his team delivers. What is going on, Sifo? Welcome to the stream.
Representing the Madness from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 250 pounds, one half of the WCW Extreme Tag Team Champions,
Blaze now making his way down the ring. You see in the back, there's that Shark. You want to talk about freaky? Shark coming up in the background right there, getting ready to take a bite out of crime. But Blaze McCoy being on a roll, him and Brooklyn Joker this past week winning the vacated WCW Special Series 8-man tag team title belts. That gives them guys a boost while they're holding it. So Blaze has been on a roll as of late, but now also getting the boost from the 8-man tag team titles. So going to be a tough one to beat here tonight. But we're definitely going to have to see how this all plays out. So Hart Strudel making his way down to the ring again. Strudel really taking advantage of the spotlight when it comes to these tournaments, and now in Wrestle War 1 doing the same thing. Seeing some success here, trying to add to a little bit more of that. Now, he was the only one to score points for Team KVD in the beginning. KVD again only sitting at 2 points. So these guys, not the tag team of him and KVD, the primetime players, but the team looking like they're not going to get a shot, or they're going to have to fight for their own survival. And now
representing the Judgment Day from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 228 pounds, Raven.
And now the leader of the WCW version of the Judgment Day and Raven's Flock making his way down to the ring. Again, we talk about this from time to time. We still don't know, is the actual Judgment Day involved in this? But right now, it almost isn't going to matter. These guys are in a fight for their own survival. Right now, the bottom four teams being the Bikers, the Judgment Day, Team KVD, and Team Dragonuv. But that puts two solid factions, the Bikers and the Judgment Day, possibly in a position to face extinction. So really kind of a must-win for Raven right here to keep his faction and everything going. And Blaze and Totes getting after it. Bret Hart getting after it. You know, again, 1 point for a pin, 3 points for a win, and 2 points for a submission. So we've got quite a few submission specialists, which we don't have a lot in the WCW, but we have quite a few submission specialists in this match right now. Can any of them come through and get the win through submission? We'll have to wait and see. Strudel and Sting going after it. Blaze and Bret Hart, GC Rock and Totes, and Braun and Raven on the outside of the ring getting after it. Now remember too, Strudel, and this is kind of the great equalizer in all of wrestling, Strudel has a finisher that is much like the Stunner, but it is called the Tasty Pastry. When he hits you with it, might put your night to an end. So that's why Strudel able to end people's nights really quickly. Sting and Totes now on the inside of the ring. All the other wrestlers here on the outside. GC Rock and Braun Strowman. Blaze, kind of the bigger wrestlers in this match, but Braun Strowman, obviously the biggest wrestler that we got going on. Andre says sing for the win. Nice. Nice, nice. That was very cool, Tammy. Right now, you look, Totes is actually one of the hottest wrestlers out there. Blaze, though, has been on a roll. Sting just started stepping up. But Bret Hart has been ending people's nights. So it'll be very interesting. I almost think if you had to name a favorite right now, just the way things have been going, I would almost say, and he won't do it pretty, but I would almost say Bret Hart's got to be the favorite in this match. But again, Sting can win out of nowhere. GC Rock, an iconic wrestler. Raven, the hardcore icon. Totes has set the record for the Universe Mode with 20 straight victories. That streak no longer going on, but has started another streak here as of late. So we'll have to see how that goes. And so really any of these guys, I can see them winning the match. Braun Strowman really trying to get after Raven. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Main event of the evening, Sting putting the Scorpion Deathlock on GC Rock in the middle of the ring, but wisely letting him up, knowing that he wasn't going to tap right then and there. So to maintain control, and look at this, Totes getting him up. We have seen that move in the night of some people, and Blaze McCoy grabbing the baseball bat of Totes Magos. We know that black bat carried by Sting and carried by Totes Magos. But Totes Magos getting that put right upside his head. He got a bat upside his head. He got the bat upside his head. And now look at this, Bret Hart, almost like a Triple H type move, taking that sledgehammer and just delivering damage to people. Blaze got beat by Bret Hart, and now showing Bret he does not appreciate getting hit with that sledgehammer. Not one bit. Totes ends up staving Blaze McCoy. Blaze looking like he was going to get put up there in the hucklebuck. Look at this submission move onto Sting, the sharpshooter. So the sharpshooter and the Scorpion Deathlock both being applied in this match so far. There is a pin happening, but not seeing any counts happen from that pin. It's funny, there's all this oh, Strudel getting put now in the sharpshooter. Is Strudel gonna tap? No, he does not. Sting now getting in the ring. There's all this room around the entire ring, but these guys are kind enough, knowing that maybe my eyesight not being what it used to be. They're doing it right in front of our announce table. Now a few of them spilling back into the ring. I'm kind of shocked Totes didn't take the opportunity to at least try to pin Strudel. Strudel looking like he's kind of out on his feet, but instead takes a huge clothesline. And I'm telling you right now, no shame in the game right there by Totes. Oh, Blaze McCoy putting GC Rock. He may tap right here. But taking a page out of Sting's playbook. And Totes putting the pin on Strudel. So the primetime players, Team KVD, will be one of the teams in the bottom. That is all but assured. And Sting pinning Totes. Sting, now you can start to see a lot of blood starting to run down the side of Sting's head, but Sting almost putting the kibosh on Totes' night as well. It's Totes trying to recover. Raven pins GC Rock, which that is a big thing for the Judgment Day. If they can continue that moving forward, they need more than one win, or one pin. They need to win this match and get quite a few pins in on it. Braun Strowman throws Totes into the ring. Totes getting back to his head. Remember, Totes has that hard head style, but pretty sure Braun Strowman strong enough to break through that. Huge punch to the midsection. Hits Totes in the head again, but Totes still was going to get up. Now Totes takes Braun, whips him into the ropes. Bret Hart now rolling up the leg of Blaze, and only a 1 count. Raven trying to sneak up on Totes. Totes not having it apparently. Big power bomb. Is he going to go for the pin here? Sting sees Braun Strowman, now goes, rolls up the leg. Totes trying to end Wrestle Wars for the Judgment Day. Braun Strowman getting put in a submission, but fighting through it. Totes talking trash to Blaze. Blaze not having it though. And Blaze ending the night of Totes. Sting able to kick out. And Blaze getting his revenge on Bret Hart. Sting now trying to get back after Strowman, down to the final 4. And that might be it right there. Looked like I just caught the end of it, the hook, line, and sinker. And Blaze absolutely ending everybody's night. What? I was going to say, I didn't know if the ref was going to start counting that. Blaze gets Sting out of the ring and now focused on trying to take out the big man. Taking it up to the top. Blaze not exactly known for his top rope shenanigans, but hits him with a huge elbow. Thought that might have taken him out, but Sting, realizing that he's in the ring with 2 big men now, seeing that he's down, goes after Blaze McCoy, and I thought that would have been a mistake, but apparently it's not. Blaze, though, rolls out of the ring, and again, Sting now has hit both men with the Scorpion Deathlock, grabs the leg, rolls it up. And now Blaze McCoy and his icon Sting going after it to try to get the win here. You know, you look at it, you got to believe Sting probably a lot of people's icons, but we kind of can see who is going to be set in the bottom now. These two guys going, whoever wins, really taking a lot of momentum going into round 2 of Wrestle Wars. And look at that, ducks the first one, hits him with the second one. Sting turns it back around, gets Braun up on his back, takes him down to the ground. To the ground now. You got to get down on the ground now. Tries to whip him into there. Does not work out. And could we be seeing... Thought we might have been seeing something, but could Sting be trying to set him up, maybe for the Scorpion Deathlock, maybe trying to score an extra point in here. Right now, between these two, it is going to be 4 points for a pin, 1 for the pin, 3 for the win, right? But you could score the extra point by getting your opponent to tap out. So is that what he's trying to do right now? Blaze trying to hold on, trying to make it through the offensive outburst from Sting right here. Sting grabbing that stop sign, telling him to stop it. Now grabs the leg, rolls it up. 1, 2. And here we go. Which way is he going? Looking like setting up the Scorpion Death Drop. Gets him. Is that going to be it? Grabs the leg, rolls it up. 2, 3. And Sting will come away with the win.
Here is your winner, the Icon.
But still, you look at it, Blaze scoring 3 points for his team right there. Totes scoring a point. Raven getting a point. Raven getting a point. And then Sting coming away. Even though he's a submission specialist, ends up getting 2 pins in himself. So ends up 5 points for Team Sting. So, just kind of looking. Let's just look at this real quick. And see where things are sitting. Real quick, let me just write the things down, then we'll do some quick math in the head. There we go. I was like, why can't I find it? Make sure I didn't miss anything. So, we're looking Team Sting finishing with 26 points. D-Generation X finishing with 19. The Horsemen with 18. The LWO with 25, so Sting comes out on top of that. The Syndicate with 18. Team Blaze jumping up, scoring 20, so then breaking the 20 mark as well. The Hart Foundation also with 26 points, looking like those two probably tied. Monster Eclipse with 11 points. The NWO with 18 points. Team Dragonuv with 6. Team Blaq with 12. Team Rhodes scoring 9 points. The New Blood scoring 8. The Bikers with 3. The Judgment Day with 2. KVD with 2. So Team KVD, the Judgment Day, the Bikers, and Team Dragonuv all eliminated. Now, you're going to see the Bikers facing off against Team Dragonuv, and the Judgment Day facing off Team Kedri or Team KVD in a War Games match. The winner of those matches will be out. The losers will go on to see which one of them is going to be eliminated. As far as the faction will get broke up, and that will just have to be how it goes. So, lots on the line, even for the losers of the ones that got eliminated. Now, moving forward, we're not going to have to worry about it. But the lowest team in Wrestle Wars does get exterminated. So, we will have to see. But guys, thank you for everything you do. It's been an amazing episode. Remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification to miss anytime we go live, share the video, go check out each other's channel, Temple Plays, Blaze Radio, Solo Season, Temple, we said Temple. All of them have their own universes. Go check them out, and we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.